Hi, I'm Jonathan Bartram. These are the poems of Wilfred Owen, written during World War I and woven into Benjamin Britten's War Requiem, a powerful reflection on war, loss, and remembrance. Hear Owen's texts and how they interplay with Britten's setting of the traditional Latin Mass, when three virtuoso soloists and the Erie Philharmonic chorus bring them to life alongside Daniel Meyer and the Erie Philharmonic on Saturday, May 9th at the Warner Theater. Anthem for Doomed Youth. What passing bells for these who die as cattle? Only the monstrous anger of the guns, only the stuttering rifles' rapid rattle can patter out their hasty orisons. No mockeries for them from prayers or bells, nor any voice of mourning save the choirs, the shrill, demented choirs of wailing shells, and bugles calling for them from sad shires. What candles may be held to speed them at all? Not in the hands of boys, but in their eyes shall shine the holy glimmers of goodbyes. The pallor of girls' brows shall be their pall, their flowers the tenderness of silent minds, and each slow dusk the drawing down of blinds. Anthem for selections from But I Was Looking at the Permanent Stars. Bugles sang, saddening the evening air, and bugles answered, sorrowful to hear. Voices of boys were by the riverside, sleep mothered them and left the twilight sad. The shadow of the morrow weighed on men, voices of old despondency resigned, bowed by the shadow of the morrow slept. So, the next war. Out there we've walked quite friendly up to death, sat down and eaten with him, cool and bland, pardoned his spilling mess tins in our hand. We've sniffed the green thick odor of his breath. Our eyes wept, but our courage didn't writhe. He spat at us with bullets and he's coughed shrapnel. We chorused when he sang aloft. We whistled while he shaved us with his scythe. Oh, death was never enemy of ours. We laughed at him, we leagued with him, old chum. No soldiers paid to kick against his powers. We laughed, knowing that better men would come, and greater wars, when each proud fighter brags, he wars on death for life, not men for flags. Oh, death Futility. Move him into the sun. Gently its touch awoke him once, at home whispering of fields unsown. Always it woke him even in France, until this morning and this snow. If anything might rouse him now, the kind old sun will know. Think how it wakes the seeds, woke once the clays of a cold star. Our limbs so dear achieved, our sides full nerved, still warm, too hard to stir. Was it for this the clay grew tall? Oh, what made fatuous sunbeams toil to break earth's sleep at all? Futility. The parable of the old man and the young. So Abram rose and clave the wood and went, and took the fire with him and a knife. And as they sojourned both of them together, Isaac the firstborn spake and said, My father, behold the preparations, fire and iron, but where the lamb for this burnt offering? Then Abram bound the youth with belts and straps, and builded parapets entrenched there, and stretched forth the knife to slay his son. When lo, an angel called him out of heaven, saying, Lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do anything to him. Behold, a ram caught in a thicket by its horns, offer the ram of pride instead of him. But the old man would not so, but slew his son, and half the seed of Europe, one by one. At a Calvary near the Onca, one ever hangs where shelled roads part. In this war he too lost a limb, but his disciples hide apart, and now the soldiers bear with him. Near Golgotha strolls many a priest, and in their faces there is pride that they were flesh-marked by the beast by whom the gentle Christs denied. One ever had selections from strange meeting. It seems that out of battle I escaped, down some profound dull tunnel long since scooped, through granites which titanic wars had groined, yet also there encumbered sleepers groaned, too fast in thought or death to be bestirred. Then as I probed them, one sprang up and stared with piteous recognition in fixed eyes, lifting distressful hands as if to bless. And no guns thumped, or down the flues made moan. Strange friend, I said, here's no cause to mourn. None, said the other, save the undone years, the hopelessness. Whatever hope is yours was my life also. I went hunting wild after the wildest beauty in the world, for by my glee might many men have laughed, and of my weeping something had been left, which must die now. I mean the truth untold, the pity of war, the pity war distilled. Now men will go content with what we spoiled, or discontent boil boldly and be spilled. I am the enemy you killed, my friend. I knew you in this dark, for so you frowned yesterday through me as you jabbed and killed. I parried, but my hands were loath and cold. Let us sleep now. Let us sleep now.